forced into experiencing this fucking film.
You chose it out of
I
all
put my
list.
trust in my friends, and this is what we all get now.
I put my trust in you.
Yeah.
I pushed as hard as I could go, and for all of this, there's only one thing that I know.
What's that?
I forget the rest of it.
I know exactly what song you're
I
talking.
put my trust in you.
We got to get all the way to the end because I don't remember. Oh, you tried so hard, and you got so... It just goes right into the chorus
all right,
after
you
that.
tried so hard.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, well, I can tell you...
You didn't try that hard when you put this movie on the list for me to pick from.
Are you kidding me? What film did we watch before this? Fucking...
One that's somehow better?
There's no.
It is, though.
It's the same film. This is the exact same film.
It is?
Yeah, essentially.
Minus the... you know what? It is. You're right. I was trying to think of a thing in Hardware that's isn't
different?
in this, and everything in this movie is in Hardware, except for it's not the post-apocalypse. There it is. That's it.
Yep, there you go.
It doesn't take place in a desert.
It takes place in an apartment. All of the bad stuff takes place in one apartment.
Mm-hmm. And empty Japanese streets. I don't understand. We're just diving right in here. Fucking Grindhouse Movie Club, everybody.
Right. Yeah,
You know?
sorry. It's look, yeah, let's pad this podcast right up. How was your day?
Oh, it was I mean, I've had one.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah. Good. Good. It's a good day.
That's it.
Yeah.
I got super pissed. I was trying to watch the Chris D'Elia has a podcast with his brother. For those who don't know, it's called Lifeline, where they take people's like viewer submissions, and these people ask for advice, and then they give them advice. Anyway, I just found out through watching this that now, in order to be yourself on YouTube, you have to, at the very least, not swear for the first few minutes of your video in order to beat the algorithm. So that's where we're at. As like a functioning platform, just suppress yourself until the robots that scrutinize your video for the first fucking tenth of it stop caring.
Hey.
And then you can be you.
Well, that's what happens when you leave your website up to robots.
I'm one fucking false move away from boycotting YouTube and just watching everything on Vimeo and Dailymotion from now on.
Oh, it's called Rumble. They got Rumble now.
Oh, Rumble is a thing?
Rumble's the website.
Is that also the one that people go to when they hate Twitter because of Elon?
No, you're thinking of Mastodon.
Yeah, okay. Don't know why they would name
Hive.
their fucking website after a progressive rock band.
I don't know why they'd name their website after a dead dinosaur.
Also that. Yeah, you're shooting yourself in the foot right out of the gate on that one.
I'm
gonna name my website after a thing that already has died.
I'm like a future grandpa. I'm stuck in my ways. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
That's it. Those are your three.
And now a little bit of TikTok.
That's
just
the trifecta. Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Yep.
I got back on Tumblr.
No, you didn't.
I did though.
Get off of that.
I'm right on it.
You shouldn't.
You have no idea.
Get off of that.
Biblefruit.tumblr.com, everyone. For when you want to when you want to see text posts that are so convolutedly intellectual that it's almost impossible to understand them, and black and white pictures of graveyards. That's my Tumblr. And then the occasional cat with bread on its face, because we got to keep that alive.
True. Nobody here is going to see that, though, because all these people are, I'm assuming our listeners are all above the age of 20.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, see, I'm in my 30s, and I'm right on Tumblr, though. That's the problem.
I mean, look.
Hey, I'm not on there asking for nudes.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it is.
I just don't know what's on there other than that. Because when I was on there, it was just that. And I said, I can get this in other places.
That's true. There's an element of fun in going on the Explore page and like curating your own dashboard. Because you get to look through things and like decide what you like and what you don't. And I'm the kind of person that spends 2.5 hours creating my character's face in a game if they let you change the depth of the pockmarks on your cheeks.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's fine. But then having to like sift through crap that people think is worth putting on the internet, can't do it.
Not a fan.
Not anymore.
Well, it's a good time killer for a little bit.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. I just do that, but in my own special way.
It's either that or I choppily play Modern Warfare 2 because my computer can barely run it.
Well, I don't see why you're not playing Fortnite.
I am partially.
I don't see.
I am a little bit.
Everybody should just stop. Look, this is we're sponsored by This is the spot. No.
One of the guys that I work with is in his early 20s, and there is a tacit, understood hatred for the concept of Fortnite with a certain age group, like what it represents. He's like, man, it sucks that everything has just become one thing. Because I was describing to him how like last season there was a Dragon Ball Z theme, and before that, like there was fucking One Piece, I think. Briefly.
There might have been.
Either way, like, so so I guess just the younger generation than us is a little bit bummed that things can't just be independent. And I understand that to a degree. But at the same time, like, I like to dress as Goku and shoot a hot beam at kids and kill them.
I love Kamehameha on guys.
Yeah, gooing from a gun.
Oh, boy. You're telling me it's a gun that goos?
Yeah.
And I can go, and like to myself, I can make a noise and have the goo come out?
Sign me the fuck up.
Yeah.
For the goo gun.
I mean, when it comes to like Dead by Daylight, I get it.
Yeah.
I don't, like, if you're gonna put like murderers from movies in your video game, put them all in there.
Yeah.
But you can't because you can't.
Licensing.
Yeah. So here we are. Here we are with no Jason, but everybody the fuck else.
Yeah, you could have fucking Ash from Evil Dead and Leatherface in there, but no Jason.
No Jason, but they have a character who's basically Jason, but without the hockey mask. So here, I just don't.
And then you get, on the flip side, the Friday the 13th game, which is Dead by Daylight, only Jason.
And way better. And no longer a video game that exists anymore.
Oh, it's gone?
Yeah, no, you can't play it.
What the fuck happened?
They got sued.
Oh, they got sued because Jason?
Yes.
You'd think if you're going to name your video game after a very popular movie franchise and have the villain from that franchise in it, that you would have a conversation with the people who own all of that.
Yeah, it's odd because like they even had the guy who plays Jason do the motion capture, and like they got Tom Savini to do a skin for it.
Oh.
And yet somehow, somewhere, they were like, I don't know if it had anything to do with like the original video game, and it's like the same.
The piece of shit Nintendo Entertainment System garbage game that sucks.
Yeah, because you even get like the Nintendo Jason in that game, and when he like sneaks up on you, it's like the Nintendo Jason music, and he's purple and blue because he was
why?
Because he was purple and blue in the original game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just delivering what I know.
Some ornery 80-year-old man. That's mine.
I own the rights.
Someone dial a phone for me.
Somebody get my racism filter raring to go. I'm gonna need to have a civil conversation, and I'm hot today.
I'm just anxious to say the N-word to someone.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, so you can go to Grindhouse Movie Club.
That's it.
That's
Put a dot in there somewhere. Mm-hmm. You know there's a dot.
There is grindhousemovie.club.
There it is. I knew there was one.
We should see if we could get grindhouse.movieclub.
What we should do is get every domain that. So just fucking have the period after every letter. We just own all of them. G.Grindhouse Movie Club.
I can't wait to get Grindhouse Movie Club .
G.Grindhouse Movie Club has it's a website that's just about grapefruits.
Grapefruit rinds.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Not the good part. The part you throw away.
The part that you scrape against the spoon and you go, ugh.
Oh, I'm done.
Shit, I'm eating a grapefruit. Why am I doing this? This is horrible.
The part that you put in the garbage after you've meticulously removed every pomegranate seed from the inside of the pomegranate, and it took you 50 minutes for 15 minutes of enjoyment.
Mm-hmm. Every 2 hours, you're just remembering, oh yeah, I ate that grapefruit. That's why it tastes like this. Everything tastes terrible.
I know people who prefer the rind of a watermelon over the watermelon. And those people, I think, are serial
I
killers.
think those people are also dogs. Or raccoons who will just eat whatever the fuck trash garbage. You can't eat the rind to a watermelon.
Yeah, apparently it's edible and delicious for some.
No, it's not.
That's the plant part. You're essentially taking a strawberry plant and then just eating the leaf.
In what universe? There was when I was in like grade 9, there was this fucking kid. We were hanging out. And I don't know if he thought he was impressing the girls or what, but he was like, hey, we're hungry. We're going to make some food. He's like, yeah, throw some peanut butter and turkey together for me on a sandwich.
I'll fucking throw up.
Yeah.
I'll vomit on the sandwich.
Yeah, he sat there and ate it, though, and we were all like, this is really disgusting. Like,
I'm just a little kooky and weird.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
Is that the same person? Did you... Yeah, I don't like the pink part. The part that's delicious and soft and watery and good to eat and doesn't give you any trouble.
No, I don't want that.
Nah,
I want it to be hard and painful when I eat food.
I want to gnaw on the rind like a hog. That's for me. That's like my lifestyle.
Oh my god.
Fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god, indeed.
People make some disgusting choices with their lives.
darkroastcult.com. Grindhouse
You get coffee,
movie.
which is actually delicious.
Hey, there you go. And it's not.
And also, if you're that kind of person, don't just eat the coffee grounds. This is a piece of advice.
Yeah, I mean, you can. They're edible.
I wouldn't, though.
You can use them for, like, dirt in like, your dioramas. If
people who eat chocolate-covered coffee beans are the same people who eat the cookie dough, the cake batter, before the cake's made. And then now you're going to tell me that you're the person who does that. And I'm going to tell you enjoy your salmonella forever.
I do that.
Yeah, you do.
I'm fine. I don't think
for now.
I don't think you get salmonella from eggs.
I've heard that you do. I don't know that it's true either.
Well, look,
it's gross.
Here I am.
All right.
I'll eat cookie dough every day.
Yeah, you will.
I don't care.
I don't understand.
My body,
make the cookie.
My body doesn't care.
It's warm. It's soft.
Oh no! Right, it's cold and it blends into ice cream quite well.
Just eat cookie dough ice cream then. They already make that. You don't have to make it yourself in your stomach.
I like to make it in my mouth. Well.
I'll just take a big deep breath.
Yep.
While we get into this movie that I refuse to blame myself for this.
Boy,
you
boy.
did this.
Yeah, I did this. I'm the one.
You are.
I'm the one who did this. Yeah, I gave you 3 movies. 3.
And one of them was this one.
And one of them was Chopping Mall. Chopping Mall.
I don't know what to say about a robot with a rocket launcher in a mall.
Look,
why are they even in the mall in the first place?
Security. Keeping the mall. The 80s were a tough time. Punks were about. Everybody had a leather jacket with spikes.
Yeah, and you wake up in the morning and 3 times you hear, "Fuck you, old man."
Jingle, jingle, jingle as chains hit against metal spikes.
Yeah. A nose piercing with a chain attached to the ear piercing.
Yeah, and
which is not, there's no utility there. You're just getting that shit stuck on doors.
Hair spikes coming right up out of every which way.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, oh boy, the 80s were a tough time.
That's my favorite thing about the punk movement is the amount of time it takes to spike your hair up defeats the whole purpose. Hey, I'm gonna fucking... My life philosophy is all about being dressed down and fuck the system. Let me go to the store and buy hair gel, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hold on. I gotta let everybody know fuck the system by extending my head.
Making my head more head.
When I was little, I wanted a mohawk real bad.
I still want one.
Well...
I wouldn't spike it, but I just want to have one.
You're a fucking adult. You
I can do what I want. Yeah.
And I didn't understand the concept of gel, so I just like shaved that shit. Well, I didn't shave, but I like started cutting my hair. I'm like, well, why isn't it sticking up?
Oh, you thought that would just naturally happen?
Yeah. And so it didn't happen.
Your parents failed you. Well, is what that is.
I failed me as a barber is what that is. I shouldn't have been left with the scissors, but
that's true. No kid should ever be left with scissors.
Well, I was watching Lamb Chops, and of course, when you watch Lamb Chops, they're like, "Well, here's some crafts that you can do," and I was like, "Well, let me get those scissors." Well, I got the scissors.
I just do new do.
Yeah,
new do, new me.
Little punk rock lamb chops.
Yeah,
I don't know what inspired the.
For some reason, a sheep puppet made you want to get a mohawk haircut?
Like I said,
Lamb Chop didn't even have one.
Nope.
And that woman had the mommest hair.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She was
fucking
an
had
old
a
lady.
perm, straight up.
Oh yeah. There was nothing punk rock happening either. Like
No.
I don't know. They were making like a wallet or something. I don't know.
There's nothing punk about having a wallet. If you're a punk, your cash is just askew.
And no, if you're a punk,
it's clumped up in your back pocket, and you just throw it at people when you try to buy something.
I mean,
and then you make some kind of comment about how this should be free.
Yeah, that's punk rock. But then, what's the wallet chain for? Or is that is that just rock? It's not punk. That's rock.
No, that's Motley Crue.
Are you sure? I think it's Fred Durst.
Both.
It's just one of those days, man.
It is. When you don't want to wake up?
Yeah.
Because everything's fucked. You got to embody the mentality, you know? The vibe.
Oh, Jesus. That was the most Fred Durst thing I've ever heard. Fuck, that just...
My raspy voice,
If I was wearing a baseball cap, I would have snapped backwards.
Oh, yeah.
At attention. I want to apologize.
He's not even from New York. He just wore that. He's from Jacksonville.
That's close enough.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Florida. Yeah. That's not across the country from New York at all.
It's on the same side of the continent.
That's true.
Country.
They share a hemisphere.
They do.
Probably a time zone as well.
Yeah, man.
What are you, Central Mountain? I'm just saying things because I don't want anything to do with this.
I know you don't. Look. I want to apologize because last podcast I said midget.
You did.
And
you also said the short form of midget, which is like the N-word with the A attached. Midge. Which is also the name of a great-grandmother.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not so bad.
That's what Moe calls Marge from The Simpsons.
Yeah, Midge.
Yeah, maybe that's just his nickname. It's not a bigot word.
Yeah, Oh, so I don't need to apologize.
No, you don't.
Oh, midges be midges, you know? Midges get snitches? Is that am I allowed to say that? Snitches get midges.
Midges get Snickers, the tiny version. The Halloween-sized one.
And I would like to apologize for laughing at that, and also saying the word earlier.
I can almost guarantee you that if anybody should be apologizing out of the two of us, it's me always, and I never will. So don't worry.
Okay, well,
You're under the umbrella of saying horrible things that people could take offense to. And let me tell you, there's no rain.
Oh, fuck. What movie did we do this week?
We did Tetsuo The Iron Man.
That's right. We did Iron Man starring Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, we did. Wasn't it really cool how he somehow cobbled together an entire mechanical suit in a cave?
Yeah.
That is a realistic...
So this film starts off with Robert Downey Jr. He's in Afghanistan, I believe. And,
some desert hellhole.
And anyway. They're just driving some badass Humvees down this road.
Yeah. And what he's doing is showcasing the fact that he is able to wipe a city off the face of the earth by snapping his fingers like Thanos.
And he does. He impresses the heck out of the government. The government's like, wow, this is dope.
They're so impressed that a bad man goes, I would rather just have him.
Yeah. They also impress the man whose whole city they threatened to wipe out with the snap of a finger. So they capture him and put him in a cave.
They do.
And
somehow he manages to find enough scrap metal to put a robot suit together that flies.
They give him like everything he needs to like put together like that same rocket, but for these evil people.
It's been a big fat minute since I watched the movie, so I don't remember any of this.
Oh, that's okay. Well, so
I remember is being pissed off because it's like there's not a computer anywhere.
Yeah, no. Well, there was computers. They're very old computers though. Okay.
Yeah.
They were like the oldest, old. They were new enough to be able to program a rocket.
You could run Call of Duty Warzone on a Commodore 64.
Well, you can send a spaceship to the fucking moon with a calculator. So here we are.
When I was in high school. Like those Texas Instruments calculators that they made you buy.
Yeah.
There was a guy there who was so well versed in them that he programmed it to be able to play Snake.
I love that.
Yeah, it was like one of the best things ever. I was like, actually, you made a calculator fun? That seems impossible.
That's interesting. I didn't know you could just go right in there and put a program in.
Somehow, yeah. It's I guess it's like the same principle as like an emulator on a computer for like N64 or something. That was the whole. I don't have Snake on a calculator. That's cool. That was it.
Yeah, that's about as cool as Robert Downey Jr. flying around.
Yeah,
the robot suit. And I'm really happy we did that movie because Iron Man's such a badass movie. Like Robert Downey Jr., he's just such a badass.
It's good that we did, and this is a horror movie podcast, but it's cool that we, could take a break from that to do a superhero movie by Marvel.
I love dipping my toes into the at the MCU every now and then.
I watched an interview and I retweeted it. I can't remember his damn name, but Falcon.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
This is MattG something or other. Anyway, he was talking about how the state of filmmaking and the industry in the US is so fucked that you're only making movies for 16-year-olds and China. He just says that verbatim, and it's fantastic. He's on like a panel at Comic-Con or something. He just fucking lets that go.
Whoops.
It's like all of your favorite movies would not get made today.
Well, that's
sick.
It's good. I don't think he's in a whole lot of those films.
He's Falcon in fucking everything. But Anthony Mackie, that's his name.
Okay.
Shout out Anthony Mackie. You dropped the realness, and I appreciate that.
And with that, I guess we should
talk about the fucking actual movie that we actually did for real.
Yeah, I was really happy to wake up at 9 to watch this.
6.
This right here.
6 a.m. I have to watch this movie.
Yeah. You could have been watching Chopping Mall, Jay.
I could have been watching literally anything else. I'd rather watch a fucking ISIS beheading video than this again.
Well, if you felt so good about this one, I can't wait to do number 2 and 3. Those are going to be golden.
What one of them's called like the Bicycle Man or something.
You got the Body Hammer.
Yeah.
And then the Bullet Man.
Yeah, Bullet Man, that's what it is. Which, just watch Guns Akimbo, okay? It's better.
Probably.
Watch Guns Akimbo or that other movie I can't remember the name of that's all first person.
Oh, I was trying to figure out what that movie was called the other day.
Yup. Can't remember the fucking name of it for the life of me.
Nobody can remember the name of it.
And
it's like a parkour movie.
Yeah.
And it was on Netflix. And it's very much first person the whole time.
Yep.
And it's got like a video game name and it's got the dude's name in the title.
And it's fucking awesome.
It's like word that describes the man's name.
Yep.
Fast Mike or something. It's something stupid like that.
Fast Mike. That's my favorite. If I ever make a movie, I'm gonna call it Fast Mike. That's like a shitty English translation of a Chinese movie.
And it's Sonic the Hedgehog is what they're trying to make.
Fast Mike. That's my favorite. All right, you got do you got 2 sentences or less to sum up Tetsuo the Iron Man?
I did, and I wrote it down, and I was like, that's a good 2 words right there, and then I fucking forgot about it.
Mine is, this is the worst episode of How It's Made I've ever seen.
Way better than whatever the fuck I wrote. I'm sure I'll come, it's in my notes here somewhere, I just wrote it, and I was like, that's good.
I feel free to say it when you come across it. I've done that before, for sure.
For sure. This movie starts out with some grade 8 camera work.
Yeah.
No, sorry. No, I didn't say grade A, Jay. Grade 8. Like a toddler was filming it.
Just the shakiest video of a sink I've ever seen. Half of this movie is a ring tape. Yeah,
I couldn't figure out. There's a reason. There's something there to it. It's like.
Here's the problem. You're fishing for like metaphor and subtext that isn't there.
No.
Half of this movie is a guy, he just walked into like a Birmingham steel mill and was like, I'm going to shoot B-roll for 2 weeks.
That's very accurate because it seems like there's a lot of B-roll.
So much.
There's so much B-roll that I didn't write it down because I would be saying, and then there was B-roll of barrel.
At one point, this guy loves 50-gallon drums. It's his favorite thing. At one point, like, I just started becoming relieved because I was like, oh, I don't have to write and the movie will be over soon.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
the same thing.
Oh,
At about
some-
45 minutes, I was just like, let's just let it happen to me.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Idle footage of the inside of a factory I'd never want to be in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, some more of that. That's cool. The fucking GM plant before it shut down and ruined Detroit, Michigan.
Hey, let's see some more dark footage of a dark thing that's
Yeah.
in black and white, so it's so dark you don't know what you're looking at.
In 1989, where color, it was all over movies.
I think it was even cheaper than black and white.
Probably.
To do it in color?
Black and white 35 millimeter film was probably more expensive than just some colorful camera film.
Oh my god.
The first thing I noticed, and it continued throughout, and I made an assumption about it, because it's just you're filming a guy's back while he's walking through a factory.
And yeah, what's left of a fucking warehouse.
And all of his footsteps are added in post, and they don't line up with his actual feet.
Probably.
And I was like, how much of this movie is going to be added in post
All
as
of
far
it.
as the audio? And guess what? Yeah, all of it.
It seems like they forgot the microphone day one.
They
And
just
then,
couldn't afford one.
yeah, they just misplaced the one microphone and they go, well, fuck it, we'll do it in post.
My fucking god. Like all of the minuscule dialogue in this movie. Okay, there's like one conversation in the whole movie, maybe two. And even that is done afterward. All the screams are done afterward, all the metal sounds. Like, how long was there a guy in a sound booth just grating a piece of rebar against another piece of rebar?
It's a lot of this film is
Holy
rebar.
fuck, dude.
I'm sure his hands were just tingly by the end of the day, just banging metal pipes together.
Yeah. So the first thing you get is like this guy, he walks into his metal shelter and then he shoves a piece of 1/2-inch threaded rod into his leg.
Yeah, because, like how the human body is like this sort of miracle where everything you need is just wrapped tightly and nicely inside of this like machine.
Yeah.
This like nice outer coating that keeps all of the machinery inside.
Soft
but then
synthetic material.
Yeah,
Like
and-
silicone.
and you're still left with like enough room for a big chunk of rebar.
Yeah.
You got that rebar pocket.
Now it takes some effort to open it up, but he has no problem doing that.
Yeah, he does not ease that in whatsoever.
Shoves.
He thumbs that in like it's marbles in one of those old Crown Royal bags.
Like he's hitting the big red button
Oh
that
my
fires
god.
a nuclear missile at Russia.
He
He puts that in there with venom.
before he does that, he rubs that threaded metal bar on his teeth.
Yeah, he does.
And you get that like sound, which thank God is in post because you would have seen teeth just chipping away.
Yeah.
Holy.
It's fucking bone dust flying through the air. Why is everything moist? Why is everything moist?
Why-
Everything is either moist or worse, wet in
Why-
this movie.
Why is everything moist, wet, or on some Star Wars junkyard planet?
Yeah, the Star Wars that they shot before they fixed it with effects later.
Yeah, half of this film takes place in that Star Wars garbage pit that closes up. That's like 80% of this film is just a guy ruffling around some trash in that garbage pit.
I don't understand. So he fucking runs outside and he gets hit by a car. Bop. And then we get introduced to the main character having an epileptic fit while standing.
We'll see. That's actually a Prodigy music video. They managed to fit that in there.
Is it Firestarter?
It might as well have been Firestarter.
That's just the guy. I think he's dead now. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
He's in the second one, Jay. He's not dead.
I mean, the guy from The Prodigy.
Oh yeah, he's very much dead, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is.
So yeah, you get this guy fire starting up, and it's like it's like a dream or something. And he's like, he's dancing like.
Glossed over the fact that the guy who puts the rebar in his leg, he looks down and there's maggots in it suddenly.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let's back right up because even before that, we're treated to this wonderful. It's just sweeping, beautiful,
cinematic masterpiece.
Yeah, just sweeping footage of just chunks of metal amongst weird cutout photos of athletes.
Yeah, don't know why he's cut out, like perfectly cut out pictures from magazines of basketball and football players.
It's like Olympic track stars running and then barbed wire.
Glued it to just some wire and poles.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Yeah, and then he unwraps his leg. I'm assuming days later, but who knows?
There's no concept of time in this whole movie.
You cut your leg open with a rusty barber's blade in a junkyard. Maggots probably instantly happen.
That they just manifest.
Because
of the dirt in the air.
That sounds about right. But yeah, he unravels that, and lo and behold, his leg is garbage now. It's just the
big surprise.
Wowee, jamming a fucking piece of metal you found in a junkyard without cleaning it off into your leg hole you just made equals maggots.
It does. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You're right.
Full on, that's the math. I've just done it for you.
I don't know why now this is, like you said, 8th grade quality filmmaking, because the beginning of the movie and the end of the movie are both accompanied by Pulp Fiction jazz music for some reason.
Yeah, they are.
I don't understand why they made that choice.
Yeah, this
it's Pulp Fiction jazz music and then somebody mashing their bad hand on a piano. That's all the music in this fucking movie.
Actually, well, what about the Prodigy music?
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's what I meant though.
The weird like industrial like there's music in this that I was actually kind of grooving to. I'm not gonna lie.
I disagree, but to each their own.
Hey, well, if you're watching the movie, please let me know.
Yeah, let me know if this is a bop for you.
Because it was. I mean, I liked it. All
right.
So you get Maggot Leg running on his Maggot Leg.
Yes. Well, trying his best not to run on that leg, but still.
It seems like he's putting all of his weight onto that leg.
For some reason, all of the the foot travel in this movie is fast forwarded or stop motion.
Yeah.
And I think that's supposed to indicate like super speed, because later on they have like jetpack feet, like Johnny Knoxville when he puts the bottle rockets on his roller skates, and they're just like screaming through streets.
I could see this being a really cool anime.
Yeah. Not a good live action black and white movie.
It's definitely not a great low budget live action black and white.
Shot in a day and a half.
Low budget.
In the director's apartment.
Low budget.
All of the budget was spent buying scrap metal.
Low budget.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get smoked by the car, and then there's like this weird jazz music where you see like
the headlights.
I don't know. It's supposed to like look like the front of the car and for a bit, and it's just like kind of weird camera work. Like this guy's in a dream sequence. He got knocked out. I don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any goddamn sense, Jay.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't make any fucking goddamn sense.
There's nothing. And like, yeah, I spent so much time writing down like, okay, well maybe this is like metaphorical and it's gonna come up later on and shit. No.
It don't.
No.
It don't at all.
Things just happen because they happen, and you sit there and watch that.
Yeah, because like cut from this like weird music
to a Japanese businessman crumping in front of a fog machine.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck he's doing.
I forgot about crumping and how silly that shit was.
You can't, dude. Those black people with clown makeup, they try their best. Okay?
I would never tell them they weren't doing otherwise, because I would get this shit kicked out of me.
You'll die.
I would not want my gravestone to be like, here lies Matt. Clowns got him.
It doesn't. Black clowns got him.
You know they're gonna crump on your grave too.
They are.
That's gonna be
40s.
I don't need that TikTok to surface.
They're gonna be so supportive of childhood education while dancing horribly all over your grave.
So we got industrial stuff, industrial businessman, Prodigy music video.
So much of this movie is going to be glossed over by just the phrase industrial stuff.
The industrial stuff is happening, and it's a dream. Cut to this guy shaving with the tiniest and weirdest hand razor I've ever seen.
Some Japanese buzzer that sucks the hair out while you're shaving.
It's like a futuristic shaver, but to us, it's like, whoa, that's really futuristic. But to him, it's like, this is just what time. This is the 80s for me.
And somehow he's got a metal piece sticking out of his cheek, and when he touches it, it fucking explodes with blood. More blood than is ever in a human cheek.
How do you shave your entire face and not notice a metal whisker jutting out?
An inch and a half out.
And it's not a thin piece of hair. It's like a pencil lead coming out of his face.
It's the bottom half of a test tube.
Ugh. And so, he just touches it, and it just, explodes, and there is not a look of concern on his face.
Oh, that's,
Wowee, I've sure seen that the other day, too. Boy, oh boy, what a daily basis this is for me.
This is completely normal and fine. And then he's fucking reading a newspaper and talking on the phone with his fucking girlfriend.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay,
and they just say hello back and forth 25 fucking times, and you just have to sit there and listen to them do that.
I thought this was a child he was talking to, and then also clips of porn pop up.
Yeah, bunch of that.
Weird clips of him fucking somebody up against a tree.
That's his girlfriend.
Yep.
This all comes together. Okay,
It comes together. Mm-hmm. It comes together.
It's not explained now. So you just are sitting there confused.
So you're wondering why this man is talking to his child while watching porn and seems way, way more into the porn than he is to his child. Turns out he just doesn't want to talk to his fucking girlfriend.
Yeah, and then she's like, I'm feeling weird since that hit and run.
Oh,
that man you killed?
You know the murder that we fucked about? Yeah. You know how we
do.
We fucking killed that guy. I'm feeling pretty weird about that.
We killed that guy, dumped his body in a ravine, and then banged within his line of sight against a tree aggressively while noticing that he's looking.
I've been having stress diarrhea about the murder we had. How are you?
I can't imagine why.
Boy,
that would
oh boy.
be weird.
Remember when I was sucking your dick so good you hit that fucking guy? Yeah, because I was sucking your dick for sure, and it's made clear I was.
Oh my fucking god, dude!
This
nympho girl that he's with, her whole job in the movie is to fuck him until she dies.
That's her whole. That is it. And when she's not fucking him, it's implied that she is.
Yeah, or has recently.
Oh boy, so she's feeling pretty weird about that. She can't get right with the fact that they killed somebody and then fucked about it.
I can't find my baseline after that.
Boy, oh boy, I really need to align my chakras after seeing that drifter go over the hood of your car and also your load.
Also your load.
This guy's got one of those really cool Japanese coffee makers that looks like a meth kit.
I didn't even notice.
It's like, you know, those like Italian ones where the water's in the bottom and it boils up into the coffee?
Yeah.
It's like that, but you can see through it. It looks like a science kit.
I want one.
Yeah, so do I.
I'll take one of those shits.
They're expensive.
I'm down with anything that makes the act of making coffee like more entertaining and interesting. Mm-hmm. You know? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
French press, huge fan.
Oh, if I could
crush those fucking grounds with the weight of your own fist.
Now imagine that, but science-y. And you have like a little Bunsen burner, and you're just...
I think Jack Nicholson in The Bucket List, if you've ever seen that movie, drinks Cope Luwak out of that.
Okay.
Out of that same kit.
I don't know what that
is very popular coffee where the harvested beans have to pass through a monkey's body.
Yes, because they only eat the best beans.
Yeah, they eat those and they shit them out, and then some poor man sifts through that with like a spaghetti strainer probably to find the bean part. And then you put that into a coffee maker, and then you throw the coffee maker in the garbage because it's ruined now.
You know, I get that they're probably eating the best beans, but are they really the best beans after they've been shit out?
No, nothing is the best version of anything after it's been shit out.
Oh, god damn it. So...
I killed a guy, but I'm going to go to work anyway.
Yeah,
we're sitting there waiting at the fucking train station.
Being sweaty.
Again,
real sweaty.
Moisture. Is Japan the most humid? Because I thought it was South America. Like the rainforest.
Yeah. I figured he was wearing one of those like tinfoil body heat suits.
He must be. Yeah, because he's got saran wrapped everywhere.
This dude's got the flu. and the lady knows it because he sits down next to her. She gets up and she moves.
Fuck that.
And then I don't know what happened after that. So
she moves away from the creepy sweaty guy, but then she pokes just a pile of metal on the ground.
Yeah, you know how when you see scrap garbage, you want to investigate it?
Yeah, with a pen. Mm-hmm. And then that just becomes her hand. And so my understanding of this movie, because I looked at the synopsis, because I fucking had to. This guy, he hits and kills a man named... This is also an interesting thing. I was trying to look up the actor credits. Mm-hmm. The man in this movie is just named Man.
That's interesting.
His girlfriend is named Woman.
Okay.
The woman at the train station is Woman with Glasses.
Oh, dang.
And later on, there is a bald man in glasses talking through a television screen.
Yes.
Doctor.
Yes, I did get that he was a doctor because of his mustache. And that's
correct. Doctors all have mustaches, and they're doctor mustaches.
I believe IMDb describes the man be the one who got hit by a car.
Okay.
As a fetishist?
Yes. Not just a fetishist.
Yes.
A metal fetishist.
Like,
very specific subgenre of fetishism here.
Yeah, like it's like not punk rock, it's not new metal.
No.
It's like just fucking Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy and Metallica.
Yeah, you got Metallica.
Iron Maiden.
Oh man, the number of the beast.
Yeah, exactly. You better fucking run to the hills.
Boy, oh boy.
For your life, in fact.
So, yeah, here we are.
Yeah, so this movie is about this metal fetishist who gets hit by a car, and then he takes his revenge by embodying metal and turning this man into more of it. That's the movie. That
seems to be, yeah. He has somehow the ability to both possess people and turn them into metal, and also get hit by a car and still be alive and perfectly fine.
Yeah. The only difference is he's got more metal in his face later. So he possesses this woman's hand. There are a lot of clips of just like a man freaking out, like that it cuts to, and he's inside the metal shelter.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that that's the pile of metal that she touches, and he's just in that. That's the only, like, it's representative. It's not literal, but also, like, don't just have that with no explanation.
What I was thinking was he possesses these people, and then that's him piloting them like a mech. Because he's like in
he's like fucking Shinji from Evangelion.
Yeah, I feel like
inside the chest.
I feel like he had knobs or sealers. He's like pulling levers.
Yeah,
he was doing something, and then
at one point he's just naked in a puddle. So I don't know.
Yeah, I know that he's not. That's not what it is, but like don't show that, because that's what it is then.
Exactly, dude.
If you don't give me a hint.
It's just it's like being given a puzzle, like just the puzzle pieces without the picture of it finished.
It's like,
and like not knowing that you got to do the corners first. Nobody's explained that to you ever.
And there ain't no corners because it's a circle.
Yeah, and also it's abstract art, so it doesn't line up regardless. You're just like slapping shit together and praying to God it makes sense at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good movie, guys.
I wrote down here. This is for when he was like cutting his leg open and putting the metal pipe in.
Yeah.
That I feel like before that scene, there was a picture taken of the leg with a bunch of metal bars behind it on a white couch.
I don't
like that picture of that girl, like the young, smaller lady, and all of the gentlemen behind her.
Oh.
You know, just based on how much he just shoved it right in.
Piper Perry, everybody.
That is her name.
It is.
Yes.
She had a kid.
I'm sure she did.
I don't know how the fuck she managed to keep a person inside of her, because she's all of 70 pounds and wide open. You know that she's wide open, dude. All day, it's black guys going in there and leaving the door open when they leave.
So, I mean, that, but this guy's leg.
Yeah.
Because just it goes right in there.
Yeah, with, and force.
I forgot.
Force that might not have been necessary, but it was employed anyway.
Yeah, I forgot I wrote that. I wrote that down. There it is.
So a fucking possessed woman chases him throughout the train station. He's screaming while he's hiding, which defeats the purpose of screaming.
A lot of stop motion.
Yeah, tons of stop motion. He runs into his garage. She follows him into the garage.
Well, there's like a bathroom or something he goes into first.
Yeah, that's in like the basement of the train station for some reason.
And for some reason, there's a steel grate over top of the toilet, so you can look down on people as they're shitting.
Yeah, well, that's just Japanese culture.
So he
Very
goes in.
illustrious culture.
He goes in there,
Historical.
and then like this lady like pulls her ear off, or she's pulling at her face with her makeup kit.
Yeah.
And then she drops the ear in the toilet from above somehow, and then he stabs her in the neck with a pen.
He does do that.
And then she like grabs him by the neck and lifts him up.
Mm-hmm. And then he escapes and is running again.
So I feel like she hits him in the face so hard that he slides all the way to this garage.
Yeah, because later on that happens a lot.
Yeah, she like, with the metal fist, it goes in for like a punch, and then it's just him stop motion sliding all the way to some car garage.
Yeah, and tries to close the door, and she stops that. And then, like, I don't really know how this scene resolves itself.
It's a fight.
But then it turns into him having a dream about getting railed by a pipe.
Woo! Whoa! Let me just turn my page abruptly here before we get too ahead of ourselves to talk about that. Because Jesus Christ, that happens in this film.
I don't know what happens in between the garage scene and that though. Like nothing, right?
Yeah.
This was a fever dream.
There was like her tripping a bunch. She grabs her tit so hard that it pops.
Yeah.
That
she
happens.
Does do that
for some reason. And then, yeah, he just grabs her like a fucking cobra snake and just breaks her bones.
Right. He hugs her to death.
Yeah, he squeezes her and you just hear bones cracking like he's a python.
He hugs her to death, and then we cut to just the guy in the fucking steel shelter, freaking out about that, being unhappy, screaming, and then back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I don't. Yeah. So you killed a man, and then you just killed a woman because she looked weird.
Because she had like a question to ask you, and you
a pressing one.
Yeah. But of course, kill her.
Yeah,
for sure. And I think at this point, like, he like pulls his sleeve back, and now he's becoming metal.
Yeah, well, he has that bandage on his face from the metal that he fucking exploded.
Yeah, and he was just so little concerned. He was like, "Oh, I must have been just brimming with blood, just so much blood. I had to get rid of some.
So much, it's like you opened an artery, and you just slap a plaster on that. It's fine.
Oh yeah. So he peels back that bandage, and it's just, how did you not feel your flesh melting away and becoming metal? Yeah. Like the bandage is barely covering this hole in your head.
I know when there's a bug on my skin, let alone metal in it coming out.
Well, this guy has no idea about his body, and that's not good. Nobody taught him about his body and the changes that it would be going through.
Right? He had a shitty time when he was 14.
Why are my sheets wet? Why is my ankle now a rocket sock? What the fuck is happening here?
A rocket sock.
Yeah, he like pulls his ankle out of his thing, and there's a jet engine attached to it or something. I don't know.
We just deal with that.
We
don't go to the hospital about any of this.
Yeah, that's just something. And then he does like some fucking like Wolfman transformation. You know how like they're always like jerky, like
right.
I'm transforming.
And this is fast forwarded because they couldn't get him to act fast enough.
Well, do you know what? You give this man a break, all right?
He's in this movie.
He's about to go through a lot of stuff in this next scene or two here. But
yeah, just get into it. We just get a scene of him naked on all fours on the floor of his apartment, and there's a woman behind him doing the same kind of dance that Michael Jackson did near the end. And attached to her is some tubing.
Yeah. She's got what I would describe as like a wet, dry shop vac.
Yeah.
Like tube being puppeted as if it was a snake dick.
Like that video, you know the video of the guy that fucking puts Japan on his dick with a string and he just destroys a house?
Yeah, it's Japan penis.
That's because it's called Japan penis?
Sorry, it's Japan erection.
Japan erection, yeah. It's that.
It's literally that.
But black and white and dirtier.
Yeah, so go watch Japan Erection.
And you'll have a better time than if you watch this movie.
Yeah, right during.
So she thrusts her way over to him while he's lying there, wet, again. And that pipe goes further into his asshole than he has torso to fit it. Like, it should be coming out of his goddamn mouth.
While this is happening, she's like licking him on the face.
Yep.
Like from behind. But like we get this shot.
I want you to know, by the way, this is a dream he's having about his own girlfriend.
I noticed that I was
same actress, same person.
I would hope at least the same person, because you're not fooling anybody by having the same haircut.
And yes, the same noticeably messy and disheveled haircut.
We get that just beautiful shot.
Mm-hmm.
It's Austin Powers. It's his silhouette in the tent, and she's pulling stuff out of his ass. But it's instead a vacuum tube just being fired at bullet speed up his ass.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's clearly going by his butt cheeks on the other side.
Oh yeah. No, I like it in old movies. This is something that I actually do enjoy, where like, because we don't have the money to do this digitally, we're just gonna Houdini sleight of hand it for the camera, and hope it passes.
Yeah, we're gonna hope that nobody really knows where their asshole is.
No, Nobody's ever probed around enough to know we're missing it.
Yeah, nobody's got their finger on the button here. Yeah, it's certainly not halfway up the crack.
Yeah.
That shit starts at the bottom.
Now we're here.
Yeah. Started from the bottom, now the whole team's fucking here.
So he fucking wakes up and his girlfriend's like, what's wrong? What's the problem? He's in the fucking... Now, I don't know what about... He's like, it's nothing. So she clearly is fucking either stoned or oblivious because you can't be near that guy at this point and be like, and not be like, what the fuck's going on with your face and foot?
Yeah.
You know?
Why does your bandage smell like that?
Why does it smell like rust?
Why do I smell motor oil?
Yeah, and grease and just fucking every time I kiss you, it's like I'm in the inside of a Jiffy Lube. So he makes her breakfast and then tries to sensually feed it to her, but all that he can hear is metal scraping, and she's trying to eat it like in a way that's arousing, but it's a fork in your mouth. There's nothing hot about licking and biting the fork in your mouth.
No, well, if you're a metal fetishist, you would probably be really into that.
Yeah.
And now please don't, Jay. Please don't gloss over the fact that this man just had a dream about his girlfriend shoving a robotic snake cock up his asshole.
An anaconda.
And then wake up and then fuck that lady so good.
Now,
like, fuck her up the wall, like she's up on the wall, like his dick is holding her up, and she's going up the wall.
Like that scene in Scary Movie where the chick gets banged by the ghost.
Yeah, that's what he does to her.
I really wanted to forget that part, is the thing.
No, he fucks her so good.
That was such a dream. Like, he woke up with morning steel. We're past wood.
Oh, boy. Yeah, it's evolved.
Yeah, and they bang. They bang, and you just have to sit there and watch that.
They fuck, and then he makes her a random breakfast.
I don't know what the fuck was in that frying pan because it was not eggs.
Are you sure? Because, like, I thought he made eggs and sausage, and he really had to, like, scrape the eggs up off the pan like they were...
So he burnt them.
He either burned them or he didn't use, like, a butter or, like, anything like that.
Oh, yeah, he's just cooking them on the straight frying pan.
Yeah,
like
they're
just... fucking 5-year-old trying to make breakfast for his mom.
Exactly. And then wondering why it's disgustingly, like, just burnt and crispy.
But she's fucking enthused. This is a nymphomaniac. I don't care. All this woman thinks about is fucking and then eating occasionally. You gotta keep your energy up for the fucking.
Yeah, she can't have a sausage without just licking it like it's a... Like
it was a whole ass hot dog. You're right. I didn't, but like I saw like stringy shit like bean sprouts, but I guess, you know, they're Japanese, so it makes sense.
Maybe it wasn't eggs. It could have been anything. But he really had to scrape it up off the pan, which was really unappetizing to watch.
Yeah, but I guess it was appetizing enough for the metal man inside of him because bing, drill dick, knock knock.
Who's there?
Drill dick. Violently spinning drill dick. If you thought the drill dick in Hardware was big, it wasn't. This drill dick, this is the left hand from BioShock. This is the Big Daddy's drill hand, all right? Coming out of his dick.
So it's a huge drill dick.
Yeah, dude.
It's
the size of his lower half. You would have to lean backward like you had H-sized tits in order to carry this thing around.
It's massive.
You would have to attach a 16-pound counterweight to your neck in order to handle this thing.
Not only is it massive, but the end of it has a hook.
That's for the G-spot. You got to get in there like that.
To rip it wide off
and to remove it.
The end is like, it's not pointy. It's got a curve to it.
Yeah, it does.
Like a Hershey's Kiss on the top.
Like somebody hit it with a hammer.
Yeah, that's gonna rip her wide up.
That's what it does. I don't know if you remember. I'm sure that you do.
No. I blocked out as soon as I saw that dick blast up through the wooden table.
And for some reason, though, she's into it. She's like, yeah, give me that drill dick. And she gets it, and she gets torn apart.
Well, that's later in the film.
Fucking, it just happens. So he's got drill dick, and he's very upset about it. So he hides in the bathroom, and this chick is trying to convince him that she's cool with it.
Yeah, she's like,
I don't scare that easily.
Yeah, nothing startles me. I'm cool.
Startles me.
I'm cool.
Let me tell you, that's a bold-faced lie. Because she gets in there and sees what he's become, and immediately she becomes startled. She wastes no time being startled by that. And for good reason, because that's horrifying. He's just in there becoming more and more metal and screaming about it.
Yeah. He's also saying things like, it's too much, and a lot of things that could be said about like his huge cock. And like
it's too much for you to handle.
How fucking big it is. Yeah. And she's like, no, I can take it. Don't worry. I'm okay. I'm cool with it.
My favorite part of this movie actually is during this scene, because right after she goes, I don't scare so easily, he like cracks the bathroom door and goes, look at my fucking hand then.
Yeah.
Look at my horrible hand. How about now?
That only invites her in.
Yeah, it does.
Oh man, yeah, nothing shocks me.
That's what real love is.
I'm
turning into a grotesque abomination. She's like, that's fine.
Yeah, she's like trying to comfort him, like, don't leave me, no. Oh, you sure?
Maybe download Tinder.
just in case, take a look.
Holy shit.
Because yeah, immediately, what she said wouldn't shock her basically makes her shit her pants. And
then for opening up to his beloved, he gets frying panned in the face.
Before that, he tries to fuck her with a drill bit.
He does.
I don't know why he misses, but he hits the door, and
yeah,
I don't know. And then at some point,
it's brand new. You got to work on the aim.
That's fair. Okay, that's fair.
The first time you touch a sniper rifle, you're not going to get a bullseye from 100 feet.
You bring up valid points, and I'm willing to accept each and every one of them as if they were my own.
I fucking hate blatant voiceover so much. It's obviously everything's voiced over, and I hate it.
So would you have rather this one, because like dubbed, subbed, you just don't want anything?
I just want the words to to be diegetic when they come out. Okay?
You know what I want was words. I wanted some explanation. I wanted the director to come out and be like, well, look, this is why his dick is becoming a gigantic drill.
Yeah. Like if they paused the movie and a businessman just showed up and explained up to this point what I had watched.
Steps into frame like, all right, and now listen, here's what's going on. Mm-hmm. You see, his dick is gigantic because this is Japan. And if it wasn't a giant metal drill, it would be something else. Now, would you rather it be something else? Because we can do whatever we want.
When he tries to fuck his girlfriend with the drill dick, he says, and now
don't you say it, Jay.
It's again very sparing dialogue, very little conversation in this film, but they made real sure that they would get out. Do you want a taste of my sewage pipe? There's a drill dick, and that's bad enough.
Yeah.
And then describing what's inside of it as sewage is somehow worse.
Now, see, what I got, Jay, Now, look, I know the difference between a pipe and a drill.
Yes, that's correct. There is one.
Now, yes, he has a drill. Mm-hmm. I thought that he might be referring to his sewage pipe.
Oh, like his butthole.
Like his butthole. Like, sometimes...
Rock in a hard place.
You know, in...
6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
A lot of people now these days are into it, Jay.
That's true.
They're doing this thing that they call eating ass.
I want you to know that you can get... I can't remember the scientific, like the medical name.
Hepatitis.
But, well, probably. But an infection inside your jaw that makes your lymph nodes swell to the size of golf balls. Okay? You can get that from analingus.
Is that what they're calling it these days now, Jay?
That's just what it's called.
Analingus. No. What is that? Enlighten me. I'm old. I don't understand.
Analingus. The act of eating an ass.
Oh, no.
Okay? Eating is kind of a misnomer. It's not like you're chowing down. Oh, maybe you are.
I mean...
I would say don't use teeth. It's a sensitive area.
You're getting a taste, for sure.
You are.
So you mentioned, there's the one point I don't know, she like knocks him down somehow. Who fucking knows how she does it? She does it though.
She burns him in the face with the frying pan.
Well, that's what she does after. She goes and gets this frying pan that's been on the stove.
Just on. The food's been eaten.
On and still hot.
Yeah.
And she touches it to his metal face. I don't think he's going to feel shit.
No, he doesn't give a fuck about that. Well, he does, but he shouldn't.
But then does he like grow another arm to grab the pan away from her?
I have no idea. I don't know if that was him growing another arm or like that arm becoming a worse one.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stop motion, just like metal growing on people. And then later on, goo.
Lot of goo.
Yeah.
Lot of fucking goo in this film.
And then she stabs him in the neck.
Yeah, she gets him in the neck and the thigh as well at some point. I think when he's threatening to make her taste the sewage pipe, she stabs him in the thigh.
And apparently that turns her on?
I also was wondering whether or not she was turned on.
She appears aroused.
Look, I don't know much about ladies. Was that being turned on?
Is that hot? Anyway, it's hot enough for her to commit suicide by drill dicking herself to death.
Is that what happened?
It seems that because we just cut to her at like drill sounds and then blood and she's dead.
Yeah, so I feel like
he's either dead, like he's unconscious at least, and then she's just like, well, let me get a little bit of that sewage pipe you were talking about.
Yeah. So
after all, maybe
at some point in between there, he starts touching an outlet.
Yeah.
Why? Why does he touch that outlet?
My understanding of this. And this required days and days of research.
Of course.
It didn't, but it might as well have because that's how long it felt. When he touches outlets with like the fork and the knife and shit, he grows more metal on him. So I think that's the metal fetishist possessing him to continue to become more metal. Okay. That's the best I can do with what I've been doing,
I figured it was some sort of healing thing because he gets stabbed in the neck and then he's just fine after he sits there. Because like you're made of metal, the last thing you want to do.
For some reason, electricity is healing for Bionic Man.
Yeah, maybe it magnetizes him or something. I don't know. Either way,
not a clue. That could also be.
When you're made of metal, don't touch an outlet.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Stay away from electricity. Metal is extremely conductive.
But yeah. So I don't know. He wakes up from some concussion and all you hear is like. And just
fucking from the waist up, this chick squatting, I assume.
Yeah.
Getting drilled.
See, and I wasn't sure if it was consensual or if in his unconscious state, the possession.
He went into a fugue.
A dick fugue, if you will.
I don't wanna.
That's probably for the best. And the drill did the kill. I don't know.
The drill did the kill. He gets so upset by that he needs to take a boiling hot bath.
As you do. I
can only assume that he's the one heating the water. Anyway, in between that, I just wrote boring. Because again, we cut back to B-roll of a defunct steel mill. I get it. There's metal in the movie.
Yeah.
I understand that. Metal is the theme.
Don't forget, Prodigy has a music video to film.
And the music is much better. Now, when you put the theme as metal and you chose this movie, you fucking hit the nail on the head.
Ding dong.
Holy shit.
Also, I didn't know there was a gigantic drill dick. So I should have said drill dick as the theme.
You should have.
Because that would have been the theme.
Drill dick and just full frontal fucking. That's what this and Hardware have in common. Amongst many other things.
Oh God.
A mishmash of just the garbage bin behind a home hardware. That should be the plot synopsis for this movie.
It's like fucking in the in the home hardware section with all the chains and the exactly okay, all right, for sure.
The art welding section of a Michael's art store.
Oh my God. So this is where we get, for no reason, that like weird backstory with the doctor with the mustache being like, oh, you're fucked. So this is like the backstory for the fetishist, I'm assuming. And so this is where we figure out that all the fetishist like memories or whatever he sees is seen through this television.
Thank you.
That is recorded off of another television.
It
just looks like shit.
It does. I wasn't 100% sure that's what they were trying to convey, so I'm glad you said it because that must be the case.
Well, that's what I got from it.
Yeah, so like that's all like flashbacks or memories or telekinetic manifestations at other times and shit.
I have no idea.
It was a dumb choice.
It was.
There's no reason to make that choice.
Well,
you're already making like the most convoluted cut back and forth bullshit. Just have the scene in the doctor's office.
Okay, that's fair. I was gonna say, how else are we gonna get the scene where the dad beats him with a piece of metal?
Just shoehorn it in like they did.
Oh, for sure.
You know,
for sure. So yeah, it turns out this guy's got a piece of metal in his head. We don't know why. We don't know how. We don't know who.
It's just it's in his brain. It can't be removed, and he's gonna die.
If they remove it, he dies.
Right.
And it's rusty. So that's another thing to know.
So remove it or not, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make any bones about that. If you have a piece of rusty metal in your brain, you're going to die from that. Matter of time.
Cut to drunk dad just beating the piss out of him with the same like metal pipe he put in his leg.
Oh, okay. So again, he's a fetishist because of trauma. All right. There's your deep theme.
Boom. Nailed it. That's it.
For some reason in Japanese horror, there's always like a specific shot of somebody looking down with their eyes wide, like they're afraid of eyelids in Japan.
I don't know what that's about. But now we got the dead lady in the tub.
Yeah. Don't know when she got in the tub and why there's flowers around her.
Well, see, here's what I assume that he's like, he's a fucking monster, but he's still going to make it look like he didn't do this.
Like that's his like shrine to his lost love.
Maybe. Well, he puts a knife in her hand like it's supposed to be a suicide, I thought.
Right, he does do that.
But like, you're going to tell me they're not going to pull her out of that tub and be like, well, why is she hollowed out?
Why is she gaping from the stomach down?
Seems like her lower half. It seems like there's just nothing in here. Seems like you could be keeping your golf clubs in here if you needed to. In a pinch, she'll make an excellent caddy.
What part of her suicide involved giving herself a kangaroo pouch? You could fit like 12 Joeys in there. It's like a fucking possum's clown car.
I appreciate the correct term there.
Do you know that possums can have up to 12 Joeys in their pouch at any given time?
But
I just saw a cartoon of one going through the fucking airport security, and they're like, you have to remove everything from your pockets. And she's just filling buckets with babies over in the fucking like hole. It takes like an hour.
I didn't know they were called Joeys. I thought that was kangaroos only.
It is. I don't know about possums. I believe it's also called Joeys though. I could be wrong.
Oh fuck. So
any of that symbolism about his trauma from like childhood abuse and having that's lost because of the way you made the movie.
Yeah.
I'm not gleaning any deeper meaning from this garbage that you've put together like over a weekend at your mom's house.
Yeah, no, there's not a whole lot going on here.
For some reason,
lady in the tub.
The lady in the tub, and then he fucking shoots a metal tube out of his mouth, and it goes into her mouth all the way down her fucking throat.
Yeah, was that like a kiss? Was that supposed to be a romantic kiss? Because it seemed like a
scene from Alien.
Yeah, he's got a tongue he had to like retract back into his mouth by like.
It's a man's hand operating two lips as it sucks back like lamb chop. Coming full circle on this fucking podcast. I'm so angrily disappointed by this movie.
All of the transformation sounds that you hear while he's like doing his Wolfman shit sounds like when you have diarrhea and your stomach is letting you know with sounds.
Not that you're having it, but that you're going to have it right now.
It's on its way.
Yeah, it's on its way quickly. Prominently displayed drill dick for no, at this point, I get it. You got a drill dick. He just has it out, and then he answers the phone with, okay, don't answer. You're a problem for anyone calling.
Yeah.
They're gonna call, and their life's gonna be worse now.
Yeah, how was your day? Well.
Are you sitting down?
Oh, I love the pose that he takes. When I don't know if it's right here or if it's like when his girlfriend tried to escape from the bathroom. He like stands up and it's a very dick forward.
Yeah.
Like he's on an angle, but his dick is still the first thing you see when it comes around the corner.
He wants to make sure that you know where your eyes go.
Excuse me, my drill dick.
It's leading. It's like color theory.
Yeah. Oh, good lord. So yeah, he gets this weird phone call, and I assume it's from the fetishist.
Yeah, I believe so.
You never want a phone call from a fetishist. It's never good. They're never calling for a polite thing.
No, they're not. They're not asking you for the Wi-Fi password over the phone.
Oh yeah, no, they're telling you about the consistency of their cum, generally, and what they're doing to themselves while they're thinking about terrible things.
You can't. Anytime you get a phone call from a fetishist, it has to do with pulling popcorn out of your asshole.
No,
I'm not gonna let you forget that happened.
You can't bring that back around like that.
I just did though.
Every phone call from a fetishist is like walking down the hallway in Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah. It's varying degrees of upsetting, but not pleasant regardless.
Yeah, it starts off with, I can smell a certain part of your body. And
it starts off with, I can smell. That's all you need.
Yeah.
All right?
What he can smell? Well, that's a mystery, and that's...
I don't want to solve it. You can leave the Hardy Boys at home for this one.
Well, the hallway ends with cum being thrown at
Yeah,
you.
there aren't enough Scooby snacks for this one. So, flashback, and this is where you get the explanation about the whole hit and run sitch.
Yeah.
So we hit a guy, we throw him in a fucking ravine. At one point, they do a Quentin Tarantino trunk shot, and he's still alive.
Yeah.
Let's fix that.
Oh my god.
Instead of taking the man to the hospital,
no,
I'll just kill him harder.
Yeah. But they don't. They don't.
No, they just throw him in a ditch.
When he gets out of the car, his fly is down. I didn't
even notice.
How? That's the shot.
Yeah.
The shot is crotch height, and it's him getting out of the car.
I was probably writing. Like, I didn't notice the fact that it was clear he's getting roadhead.
They really had to put a hat on a hat.
Yeah, dude.
Because sometimes even a hat's ears get cold.
So yeah, we'll throw him into a ditch, and then I guess the act of murder and desecration of a corpse is just hot. So let's fuck in the forest against a tree. Notice that we're being watched by a man as he's dying in the woods.
Do nothing about it, though.
Do nothing. Just keep banging.
Do so nothing about it that he makes a full recovery, even though he's cut his leg open and put a pipe in there. You fixed him. Yeah, how did you fix the man?
What did I write? I wrote something funny. If my dying moments were seeing a businessman fuck a woman against a tree, I'd turn into a monster as well.
I like it. Yeah. I got. This is it's like a gypsy's curse.
Yeah.
This is really what this is. This film is a gypsy's curse.
This is the worst monkey's paw I've ever found.
Oh my god, it is.
Dude.
This is all it is. It's just a fucking monkey's paw.
So fast forward scene while the fucking metal guy is making there be more metal. Now this is a problem for me. He just shows up and he touches an outside tap and then goos into the house, right? So the dead woman's got her hand on a piece of metal and that goos her up. And then earlier in the movie, he's got two magnificent cats.
Oh, yes.
His beautiful pet cats.
Oh,
and
no.
they're just nice.
They're just perfectly fine cats.
Cut to, one of them's got a can on it, and the other one has what is it? Like a television remote attached to its stomach?
Yeah, I don't know if they glued that to the cat IRL.
And they're just screaming. Horrible. One of them is... There's just straight up a shot where one of them is visibly distressed by what they're putting it through.
Yeah.
It's got its paw against its mouth. He's like, oh my god. They look like they're not having a good time. They don't have the pet version of the Screen Actors Guild.
No, they don't.
This is fucking Homeward Bound, where they just put a cat in a box and toss it down a waterfall for the movie.
I'm gonna need to see a wellness check on those two cats.
Yeah, please tell me that they lived very long lives after being in this film.
Yeah, they literally just glued things to the cats, and they're like, "Here you go, cats,"
and they're not stoked.
And then they
I hope it's Velcro or something, you know?
Yeah.
God damn it.
So it's just the metal guy takes over. The fetishist just takes over the lady, and now she's waving a knife around, and that's just what this man has to deal with.
So
as well as his cats being in liquid metal,
which that's not fair.
It's not.
They're innocent bystanders in this ordeal. All right.
There's it cuts to like at one point the cat is just like entombed in like it's just like a sarcophagus of metal.
Yeah, it's a giant like that fucking can of fruit cocktail from The Shining. And then just the cat's head above it. And at this point, it's obviously a puppet.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a real cat anymore, thank Christ.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like a clump of metal with a cat head. So he fucking uses that fucking dead-ass bitch to try and kill the guy. Turns her into some weird goo lumps. And then, he gets outside somehow, right? Let me show you my Terminator wasteland. We can build a new world. Like, the new world is like a thing.
Right, yeah. He's like, I want to show you this new world. And it's just a world where there's junk on the floor.
Yeah, it is.
It looks very, like, I feel like the dude who wrote the Terminator 2, he saw this film.
He must have.
And he's like, oh, liquid metal? We can do that.
Yeah, we can do that, and we could just turn the world into this.
We can make that not stop motion Play-Doh. We can actually have CG liquid metal.
We can make a good movie.
Yeah, we can make a fucking film here.
Holy shit.
So yeah, it's like in the Matrix when they leave the Matrix.
Right.
That's what I got from that.
That's Matrix Revolutions, you know? Like when it's just a wire man. Again, it's the fucking same as Hardware with that. Turns him into like a bunch of just an amalgam of wires and assimilates him into a Borg.
Yeah, at one point he's just an undulating metal mass.
And then at this point, the movie turns into Power Rangers.
It sure does.
They fight in the street, and the version of fighting in Japan in 1981 is apparently a man clenching his fist really fast, and that is a punch that sends you flying hundreds of feet down the road.
Yeah, not in the air, like sliding on your feet down the road.
Old Power Rangers here. They're like chasing after each other, and it's just clearly like them posing with one foot on the ground and one raised as if they're running. Okay, snap. Let's move an inch forward. Okay, snap. For too fucking long. For too long. I had to sit through that.
I love it.
Silliest fucking thing I've ever seen.
They didn't need to do half of it.
No, they sure as shit did not. You could just have, like, there's a part where while they're running, they go through an alleyway and they actually, like, okay, we're doing this in stop motion. Let's spend an hour having you run up this wall for no reason. Like, he just runs up and down the wall. While he's going to the house, as he's passing by metal, it just crumbles into, like, dust and clumps.
Yep. And he's not walking.
No, he's not. He's standing still. Seems
like a lot of work.
It does.
It's amazing that like you don't see like the sun set as that's happening.
Also, during all of this shit, there's no pedestrians on the street at all. Like in Japan, which means that they had to like close down streets for days to shoot this.
Probably.
Okay, you can't walk to the store. You better get your groceries now because you're fucked for a week otherwise.
Yeah, we're filming a drill dick movie. Yeah, we gotta shut down the whole street because there's a drill dick. Yeah, it's gonna be out the whole time. Don't bring your kids outside. What are you doing?
Hello, police. Could you just set up some barricades so no cars can travel up and down this street? We're shooting a film. Oh yeah, what's the film about? Well, a drill dick. Yeah, we'll get right on that.
Yeah,
we'll get right on that because we're the police.
Did you say drill dick?
A matter of fact, I'm closing the school.
Oh my god. So yeah, there's just like a Power Rangers fight scene.
There's Power Rangers fight scene.
Like this would have been a great anime. This would have been a good anime fight scene.
It would have been fantastic. And you know what? The budget probably would have been higher.
Yep. At some point,
we have a flashback of him again being abused by his father with a fucking threaded rod, and it hurts the both of them.
And this turns him to dirt. He falls down and becomes either liquid metal or dirt. I didn't catch.
I'm pretty sure it's just dirt.
Yeah. He's just like a Borg. Metals. I wrote down metal stuff is happening.
Metal stuff happens. He metals the man to death, is what I wrote. He turns his hand into a flamethrower.
Yeah, the same way like you grow baby teeth. Like it grew out and the hand fell off.
Yeah. He tries to kill him, but he ends up being assimilated into the very thing that he created and drilled to death.
Yeah, so there's this whole thing, and it's like, hey...
expositional bullshit
look,
I didn't write down or pay attention to.
Do you see the rust on my body?
Yeah.
It's because the metal thing was rusty, and now my cells have assimilated the rust. I'm rusty. And then your shaver was stainless steel, so you're good.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna kill you.
But the guy... I guess has a fucking sudden change of heart and goes, actually, I like this, so come right over here.
Yeah.
And then the metal fetishist is like, this is out of control. You're crazy. That's too much fucking rust. You're gonna get rusted up. I didn't want that for you.
You only wanted the best.
And then the man is like, no, that's what we get. Cue same jazz music from the beginning of the movie, signaling that thank Christ it's over.
Well, before that...
Oh, there's more.
Oh, well, yeah, he impales the fetishist on his drill dick.
Yeah. It gets drilled to death.
It goes directly through his torso.
Yes, it does.
And then...
his torso goes inside.
Yeah, somehow he becomes... First of all, I don't know if you caught it, but the fetishist becomes the metal pipe that he put in his leg. The lower half of his body is a threaded metal pipe being sucked into the Borg.
I missed that, but okay.
So that happens.
There's got to be some symbolism in here for one person on Earth.
And then they're like...
I'll never find it.
And then they're like in a womb together, joined by a tinfoil arm.
Yeah.
They like wrapped their arms in tinfoil and just said, that's that, guys, don't move too much.
Oh, fuck. I totally forgot about that while they're going through like that Matrix portal.
Yeah.
It's clearly just plastic bags with like a hole in the bottom, and they're moving the camera through plastic bags in the dark.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And any of the assimilation as well is just it's wires being dumped into a pile.
Yeah, with saran wraps somewhere nearby.
Yeah, it's either stop motion or in reverse. It's up to you to decide, but it's just wires being dumped onto a trash bag.
Yes.
So, we get these two in there, and then, oh boy, I don't know what the fuck happens, but two faces come out of this metal Borg, and one's a snake trying to escape. And then it comes back around, and then they become one. And boy, oh boy, Jay, does this film ever have an ending? Does it ever end? Does this film ever end, Jay?
So actually, no, because they set it up for a sequel.
Yes, they do!
The two of them turn into like a fucking metal and flesh Panzer tank, and they're like, we can create a metal world. And then they just zoom through the city. They just zoom through the city like they're on a bullet train.
Yeah, they just zoom right the fuck off. The businessman, when his face comes, is like, hey, I feel fine.
Yeah, I feel great. I'm oozing goo from my mouth. The only human part of me that's left is eyes, nose, and mouth, and goo's coming out.
Oh my god.
Just a good Sunday.
Somehow the fetishist got a gun?
Yeah.
Did anybody figure
he
out?
probably just like fucking brought it out of his other hand. He can do a flamethrower with one and a gun with the other.
Why? Why though?
One's enough.
He can make people metal with his curse. Like, what's going on here? But yeah, they just fucking they're like, yeah, so here's the plan, right? We're gonna make everybody metal and then rust the whole thing to shit. and then the businessman's like, that sounds interesting. Let me just get all this goo out of my fucking mouth.
I gotta make sure to get the goo out first before we get in the car and drive.
He says, that sounds interesting. He's not on board.
He's just along for the ride.
That's all it is. Like, he doesn't get to say. That's the reaction that you get when somebody says like, "Hey, we're going to McDonald's again," and you don't want to go. It's that weird time when you don't want to go. Oh, that's fine. Then.
I'm going to take you to Cats, the musical.
That sounds interesting.
No, though. That's what that's followed up with. Hey, that sounds interesting. No.
My two sentences or less, I don't know what they were, but I did write down that when this dude was fully frontally fucking his girlfriend, sounded like he was trying to rearrange furniture. Because obviously it's voiced over fucking sounds. But you just move this fridge around. For what's the sounds for? Our movie. Just a part of the movie. Just a part of the film.
Oh, well, I'd like to know so that when I show this film to my friends, I can tell them which part I contributed to. Don't show it to your friends.
Yeah, no. Friends? No. Mm-mm. No. This is...
Matter of fact, you probably shouldn't watch the movie. You don't want to know what part you're contributing to.
They sit there in the theater. Wait a minute.
No! That sounds like my fridge.
Is that the fridge clip? Those bastards.
Damn it. I'm going to copyright strike this whole movie.
Oh my God.
End of movie.
If there ever was a moral to this story, it's if you hit a guy with your car, take him to the hospital.
Mm-hmm. Tell someone.
Don't fuck your girlfriend while he watches.
This is the worst version of the Telltale Heart ever.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is the grossest manifestation of the heartbeat under the floorboards ever made.
This is one of those movies that just fucking spoils itself.
Rating out of 10.
1.
You gave it a 1.
Sorry, you know what? It had a really funny drill dick.
Yeah.
2.
3 for the drill dick from me.
Oh, wow. You really like that drill dick, eh?
Yeah, I did. There were some redeeming qualities to the practical effects. Now, a lot of it is shitty stop motion and crappy goo and plastic bags and trash and garbage in a homeless man's house. But there's a part where he's like trying to pull his own neck off, and it's just a fucking flesh neck.
I couldn't figure out what was going on there and why he was doing that. Anyway,
I was down with that. Just 3 entirely for the practical effects and the drill dick. There's nothing else good about it.
No, there's not. Honestly, if he didn't have a drill dick, this would not have been a movie.
No,
that would have been a 1 because I can't give it a 0. It's recorded video and sound. The basics.
Somebody spent time doing this.
Yeah,
effort was made. Well,
if there was no drill dick,
yeah.
The one redeeming quality of this film, why even make it?
Yeah.
Why make it?
Even with the drill dick, why even make it? Let's be honest.
And there's no drill dick in the other 2, so why watch them?
Maybe it's like a dick gun in the Bullet Man. You know, there's got to be something dick related. There's so much fucking. You can't just take that out for your sequels. People know what to expect when they're going to the second and third.
In the second one, he does become some kind of gun.
Okay,
but I don't know if it's dick forward, dick related.
It's dick forward, like we're being progressive about dicks.
We really need.
This is a very dick forward podcast.
If there's 2 things that we need to be progressive about, it's dicks and guns.
Yeah.
The world's just not cool with dicks and guns anymore. I don't know what's...
Put your best dick forward.
Good Lord. If you're a businessman, get your blowjobs at home.
Get them, yeah.
I don't care if you like fucking in the woods. We all like fucking in the woods.
Don't do it when there's a body right there.
Yeah.
All right? There's plenty of woods.
That's my 2 sentences or less. I was really bummed I didn't have one, but honestly, there's nothing to this film.
No.
Other than a man becomes a tinfoil monster.
Speaking of the fact that there's nothing to this film, you really fucked me for picking movies this week. You really fucked me in my ass with a tube.
Well, I've been in that chair before. I've been in that tube, which, by the way, went in his bum and came out his fucking mouth. It came full circle because it went into her mouth.
Yeah, it did. I forgot about that.
There you go.
You know, I repressed it, like childhood sexual abuse. I got 3 movies for you here.
Okay.
3 different themes.
Okay.
And each of them have a movie that accompany them.
This is good.
One of them, I really don't want you to pick, but I added it because after this ordeal, I wanted to come with some fire.
Please, I feel like I dropped the ball and then you set it on fire.
Yeah.
That's week after week. I pick Winter Beast and I bring that for you. I bring you this.
Yeah. Well, I picked Hardware.
You know what?
I brought you Hardware.
Hardware got a higher score.
It did.
From both of us.
Yeah. At least there was a story.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure Monkey's Paw, Drag Me to Hell. Any other Gypsy Curse movie, except not Gypsy Curse, sorry, Japanese man in the woods jerking off with a piece of metal on his dick curse. When you become a fetishist,
Hikikomori curse.
There you go.
That's what it is.
When you become a fetishist, you gain magneto powers.
I wrote down like somehow that makes you telekinetic like 50 times. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
That's my 2 sentences or less.
Perfect.
All right. Hit me with these themes.
All right. First one. Making a man into a monster.
Okay.
Which was the gimme. That was the only one I didn't have to think hard for an hour about.
Good. You're a thinker, and that's what I like.
The second theme. Hit and run becomes revenge.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think I know that one.
Also, thinking somebody's dead, but they aren't.
Okay.
And then the third one is just assimilation.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Again, one of these, I want you to pick one of these less than the other two. I'm not going to tell you which is which, but they're all, like, I brought some heat.
Yeah. Okay. I'm certain I know the middle one.
Mm-hmm.
I've not seen it, but I've seen Scary Movie.
Yeah.
So I feel like I know the one you're talking about.
Okay.
Now, assimilation.
Yeah.
That's pretty disgusting.
It is.
That's upsetting.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things that upsets me. Had this movie been better, I would have been more upset. It's like watching Color Out of Space.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, turning a thing into a thing.
But bodies stay separate forever.
They don't. Not all the time.
Don't put those together.
Not
That's
all
bad.
the time, though.
And
I'll tell you what, though. For assimilation, I'm just gonna save you. It's not the thing.
Okay. So all right, because that was
that was the other option. I chose this one instead.
Okay.
And making a man into a monster.
That's like every film. That's like every horror film ever.
Physically making a man into a monster. Imagine Frankenstein.
Well, Frankenstein's the only thing I got for you.
Okay, well, it's not that, but
thank God.
That's the tone I'm going for with that theme.
Give me assimilation.
Watch an Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Original or remake?
Original.
We're talking Donald Sutherland?
78, I think.
Ooh, hell yes.
It was either that or Nicole Kidman and Daniel Craig, and I really didn't feel like sitting through an hour and a half of basically silence.
I would much rather Donald Sutherland make that horrible fucking screech.
With that beautiful curly hair.
Oh, that mustache.
Majestic perm and mustache combo that you'll never see again. Nobody has that anymore. The only other person, Weird Al Yankovic in 1980.
Weird Al Yankovic, and then sometimes like detectives. Detectives in like the 60s.
So, for Hit and Run becomes revenge, you were fucking dead on. It's I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yes.
And then for making a man into a monster, it was going to be Tusk. We once again have avoided Tusk.
No, for
better or worse.
I want Tusk.
Yeah.
Bring me the Johnny Depp as the French-Canadian detective.
With the big nose. With the, I'll be in your movie, but I want a giant prosthetic nose. Literally a condition of him being in the movie.
Okay. Yeah, Johnny Depp, you want to be in the film? For sure.
Yeah. I want a prosthetic nose, though. Dude, I'll give you the biggest fucking nose. Jewish people will be jealous.
Oh, Tusk. Yeah. I should have guessed that
Matter of time. Shout out to British Lauren. I'm trying. She wants us to do Tusk so bad. All right.
One day. I mean, eventually it's going to happen.
British Lauren and my friend Kate.
and all the Tusk heads out there.
Yeah.
The Tuscaderos, if you will. I don't know what that is. I just know it's a word.
Tuscaderos. I think you're thinking of a Trocadero, which is like a Spanish fucking gazebo. I'm fairly certain that's what that is. I could be wrong. It might be a restaurant.
Well, I'm gonna let the Tusk fans decide what they're called then, because clearly I'm not good at this. All right, well, that's the film. That's the
episode.
That's that. We did it.
Somehow we made it to an hour and a half with this. I think it might have to do with the 20 minutes of padding at the beginning.
I really enjoy just at least an hour length.
Yeah.
Just that's all I ask. It's just a nice podcast for an hour.
I know that. So a couple things. I know that I said that this inspired Akira. I'm man enough to admit that I'm wrong.
Okay.
In the event that I am, because I can't imagine anybody saw this and went, I could make Akira out of this.
And so that's like a drill dick anime, right?
It's not. It's actually like the reason why fucking North America knows what anime is at all. Anyway.
Okay. All right.
Then the other thing is, I said last week that this is going to be the least listened to podcast. I think I also might be wrong about that, because Jesus Christ.
This is a film
Drill dick, man.
When explaining this film,
yeah,
you need to see it.
You get put on a no-fly list if you try to explain this film in public.
You really do. You really do.
Hi, FBI.
Oh, God. That's the film. That's the 67-minute long film.
7 minutes of which are end credits, so it's just an hour.
Yeah. It was. Oh boy. I'm done. I'm spent.
Grindhouse Movie Club.
I'm
spent.